Hey everyone, it's me Loz, and I've come back to do another new moon reading, and I actually decided to show my face for once as per a special request. This particular reading is for everybody, but I'd just like to dedicate this particular one to my dear friend Carmen. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday, my dear. I also wanted to use this time to actually personally thank you for all the love and encouragement and support that you've given me. It's very much helped me to continue on with my readings. I hope wherever you are in the world that you're having an amazing time. And I hope this reading resonates for you as everybody else. So yeah, all right. So what I'm going to do is, as per usual, I'll flip the camera down so that we can see the cards, and we'll continue on with this reading. As I always say, this may or may not resonate for you personally. If it doesn't, that's okay. And I always say as well, just to kind of set a bit of an intention as well for the reading, it just kind of helps to give it a little bit more clarity and guidance and so on. Love to hear your feedback, guys. And yeah, all right, so we'll get a start. Okay guys, so we're going to start the reading. So as always, I've pulled a Monology card for tonight, and it is the new moon in Aquarius. And this one says, bring love into the situation. So Aquarius is an air sign, and Aquarians are renowned for being very innovative, very connected to the spiritual realm, the ethereal. They are the ones that have kind of helped to revolutionize and help for humanity to evolve into a more peaceful and I guess elicit a lot of spiritual growth as well. Like when I think of Aquarians, I think of back in the 60s when we had that big revolution and things like that. They're also very open-minded, very individual. They're all about individuality and being unique and really showing your gifts to the world and things like that. Being authentic. Authenticity is something that's really prominent in the sign of Aquarius. So what I'll do is I will read from the Monology book, and and then we'll elaborate from there as we usually do. Okay, so the new moon in Aquarius is... All right. So Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So this is the time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends on whether you believe you can have it or how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently, on your own. But be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Especially energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. To attune to the moon, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know, and additional meanings. You need to be more detached from this situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. The teaching of Aquarius in the sign of invention, modern advances and technology, humanity. Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign and is far more about intellect than the emotional water signs. No matter when you feel this, dropping convention works well with this energy. Okay, cool. Yeah, so as I was saying, like it's all about being authentic and new ideas. All right. So now we're going to pull a animal spirit card from the deck, sorry. The crocodile. Okay. pulled this one before, or at least not very often. Crocodile is water, the element of water. So it's funny how it was actually saying as well with the new moon in Aquarius that they can be a little bit emotionally detached. Okay, so the crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy and cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck and lashes out. To bring into balance, rest, and Makarasana pose. Okay. So with these two combined, again, it does say with Aquarius being air and the crocodile being water, I do actually feel like maybe it's a suggestion to say, because I do very much feel that in this particular time, it is very much about forward movement. But I think with the crocodile, it's about like striking at the right time. So as both of these cards had said, in the sense of like not waiting for things to come to you, you still have to take action on both of these cards. But with the crocodile here, I do feel like it's about being mindful and being conscious of when to move and how to move, and collecting a little bit of information, doing a bit of research, using discernment before making this move. So it's about not being impulsive in your decision making, waiting for the right time, because that's what the crocodile does. It sits and it waits for its prey, and it waits for the right time to strike. So I do feel like that's just a big encouragement there. So if you are feeling that you want to make a move in a certain direction, I do feel like it is, again, good to just sit back and look at all avenues and acquire all the resources and the information you need first. And with bringing love into the situation too, I would actually say as well, it's also a call to make sure that you are making a decision that's not head over heart, but both head and heart. Something that elicits strong emotions within you, preferably positive ones, but also something that's rational and logical at the same time. A little bit of both. Incorporating those two is going to help you immensely. So I'm just going to move the camera just a little bit. All right, and as we always do, I'm going to now pull from the tarot. I'll start with, I'll start with the Animal Tarot, which seems to be wanting to throw cards at me. 10 of Wands. Okay, so that's your main energy. The Devil. Okay, 10 of Wands and the Devil. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. The Sun card. I'll pull another two to start, and then I'll elaborate. And then I might pull a couple more as well. Eight of Pentacles, yeah. And the Page of Swords. Okay. Maybe one more. Just want a little bit of extra clarity just on the first half of this reading. What's this 10 of Wands and Devil about? 9 of Cups. Okay. A few things that I'm seeing here, just to start. Okay, so leading the reading, we've got the 10 of Wands, the Devil, and the 5 of Pentacles. Take this as it resonates. This could be an internal process that's happening within you, or this could be an external party that is influencing this reading. I do feel like with the Ten of Wands and the Devil and the Five of Pentacles that what's actually happening here is there is a desire for forward movement, but I do feel like either something within you is limiting the confidence to be able to move forward, or there is probably some vice or something that is, I don't like to say negative, but just something that is not really serving you, and something that definitely feels burdensome. It could be a toxic behavior, a toxic mindset, just being honest. It could be people that are toxic within your life or a specific person, but there's something that's quite heavy that is making you feel like you are limited in moving forward or making this decision or being able to acquire the things that you want. Even though in this new moon in Aquarius, it does say bring love into the situation, this may apply in a love relationship, but I'm seeing this more, this could be with regards to more someone's work life, their career, their personal projects, their personal goals. The Ten of Wands and the Devil together, the Ten of Wands is about the completion, Tens are about completions, and the Ten of Wands specifically is about carrying a heavy load, something that's burdensome. With the Devil coming out right next to it, I do feel like there is something that is weighing heavy on you, and it's making you feel like you're stuck or you're stagnant or you can't move through this. And the Five of Pentacles is about feeling a sense of lack. This could be your own limiting beliefs. Your limiting beliefs about what you're worth, what you're deserving of, what you are capable of, how things in your life, I'm seeing this could be, I do actually feel like it's beliefs that you have, but it is being projected into your external reality. So, because your outer reality reflects, like, is a mirror of your internal reality. What you believe about yourself and about the world will be reflected back to you in your external reality. And with that, I do feel like there is some very deep and subconscious beliefs about oneself that aren't really serving you, that are very limiting in nature and weighing you down. And what this is actually doing is making you think. It's not the actual reality, but it's making you think that the things that you want are not actually possible. But the good thing is with the Sun card, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Cups, the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. Even the Nine of Cups is also about wish fulfillment. Like you can see here, there's a treasure chest and the woman is jumping for joy, and she has 9 cups there, meaning that she is abundant and her wishes have been fulfilled in more ways than one. So that's really positive. So what's holding you back is you or someone in your life or something in your life that I think deep down you know that's not really, it's just not really a positive influence in your life. This could be your own self-talk, negative self-talk that's telling you that, again, you're not deserving of these things. Or I have to be honest, it could be tied into a person. There could be somebody that's making you think that you can't achieve the things that you want to achieve, or that you are not capable of change. New moons are all about change. Aquarians are all about change as well. And the Five of Pentacles is, I think this has been something that you've been carrying around for a very long time, and it's time to put that belief or that thing down. Like, it's no longer serving you, because by doing so, you've got the opportunity, and opportunity is just that. It's not promised, but it's something that if you take action upon it, then this is what can lead you to something that's going to be really, really fulfilling for you. The Sun card, again, being very happy and positive and bright and a luminous. Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, though, I do feel like it is something that you will have to work towards. As this card said, as both of these cards kind of reiterated, this is not something that's just going to fall into your lap. This is not going to be something that's just going to pop out of nowhere. You are going to have to work towards it to some extent. And I do feel like with the Page of Swords here, I do feel like, and again, it's nothing against your capabilities, but I do feel like there is something else you need to learn first, or there is a bit of extra learning that needs to be acquired first. And I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles being here, It's just going to take a little bit of work, but it's definitely achievable, because the Nine of Cups here, you've got the Sun and then the Nine of Cups. So what could this, I'm going to elaborate more, what could this specifically pertain to? And how maybe we can pull a bit more extra just to kind of see what's the best way to kind of overcome this first part of the reading. These limitations of sorts. Okay, the Eight of Swords, yeah, feeling trapped in the mind. The Three of Swords, okay. Now, I don't ever sugarcoat readings. I always tell it like it is. This is actually probably one of the heavier readings I've done. Not to say that that's bad, but obviously there's some things that need to be brought to one's awareness. Swords are also air energy, so this is very Aquarian. I'm also seeing Capricorn and Leo as well. Six of Swords, okay. A lot of swords. And Temperance, beautiful, okay. All right. So I do feel like with these cards here, with the Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped. In the traditional tarot card, the illustration is actually of a woman, and she has her hands tied behind her back and she has a blindfold on, and she's surrounded by 8 swords, and it's about feeling trapped in the mind specifically. But the thing is with the Eight of Swords is this is self-imposed. This is not actually the reality of it. So I do actually feel like it could be self-sabotage. That's what I did here in my head, in that you're limiting yourself per se by staying trapped in these thoughts. With the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is about heartbreak and despair, heartache. And I do feel like that's actually what's holding you back. There's something that is quite painful that wants to be looked at or difficult, and it's keeping you trapped, it's keeping you stuck. But with the Six of Swords and the Temperance card, and again, you're coming back to these ones here, there is still the opportunity to move through this. And I do feel like with the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords is about positively and calmly moving forward, moving into calmer waters, quite literally. And then with the Temperance card can be the card for Sagittarius, but it's also about balance. It is also about patience as well. So it's about being patient with yourself, being patient with your circumstances as well. I think it's coming back to, I think it was the crocodile description where it actually said to be patient. So I think just because things aren't changing for you overnight doesn't mean there is no change. What I'm quite literally seeing is when that analogy where they say when you plant a carrot in the ground, you don't keep pulling it up to see if it's grown. You let it sit and you let it grow, and you keep working at it. You keep watering it and nourishing it with good soil and fertilizer and whatever to make sure that it's actually getting all the nutrients. And that's what I'm seeing here, is just be patient with yourself. And if this is not to do with your career, if this is just things within yourself that you feel like that are holding you back, again, it's just you've got to be patient with yourself, and also be patient with the process, I guess you could say, and just work at things bit by bit, implement changes bit by bit, because what you are dealing with, admittedly and understandably, is quite heavy. So with that, it's okay, it's all right, as long as you try to keep making little incremental steps in a positive direction, you should be fine. And depending on what you believe with the Temperance card, in the traditional tarot, you have an angel that's pouring 2 cups into the other. You do have divine assistance throughout this time as well. So if you do believe in other divine beings being able to assist you during this time, how that resonates for you, there is also the opportunity to call upon those to help you. Even if it's just like passed on loved ones that you feel that help assist you in times of difficulty. could even be your pet, like just putting that out there. I don't usually get that, but or a friend, just any person or anything that you feel that helps to assist you or will assist you during this process. Don't be afraid to call upon and ask for help if you need it. So yeah. I have to be honest, I did think it was a career reading, and I still think it is. I think it's kind of like there is an opportunity for you to progress within your goals and your career and your work, or just the things that you, your own desires and interests. But I do feel like this is more about an internal process of things that have been plaguing your mind, essentially. Seven of Fire, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Yeah, so there could be a tendency as well, if you are feeling a bit down or frustrated. I do see with the Seven of Fire here, there could be a tendency to lash out or project onto other people. Just be mindful of that though as well, because I think with that, you might find that, you know, it's not necessarily something that's the fault of other people. It's just something that's going on within. And yeah, if you are feeling this way, if you are feeling a little bit defensive, I think just acknowledge that within yourself and make sure to take time for yourself. Maybe take space and practice really good self-care, and also acknowledge that when you know that you're not in a good space, address that to yourself and to other people and do what is necessary to alleviate that. Ace of Water. If this is in regards to love or relationships, romantic relationships, you could be obviously still grieving over the loss or a breakup of some sort, or a separation. If that's the case, again, this thing could have left you feeling like you're still carrying around a lot of the heavy emotions. And it also could have affected your self-worth, or you could have found that this particular person, they may not have been a bad person, but they might have had not a very positive influence on you. I think it's just because, again, they might be they might have not had such a good influence on you, which has then affected the way you see yourself or how you feel. So I think it's just acknowledging that as well. And again, being patient with the process too. With any sort of loss, it is not an overnight process. It actually can take quite some time. So just acknowledge that and be okay with that, I guess you could say, and work through it accordingly. Nine of Fire, yeah. Don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage and believe in yourself. Great advice. And also the Nine of Fire is also about being defensive. So I think, especially with, you've got the Temperance card here with the crab, you could be really closed off at this time as well. So I do feel like whatever has happened to you has left you feeling really defensive and kind of made you recluse into a protective state. Could make you a little bit, someone who could lash out or kind of be ready to fight, which I don't really encourage that. I think, again, acknowledge that within yourself. And with the Ace of Water, I do feel like that's about practicing self-love. Yeah. I feel like this is more of an advice reading than a past, present, or future reading. I mean, I'm not really that inclined to do those kinds of reading anyway. I'd rather give guidance, but I feel like that is more where how this reading seems to be the direction in which it's going. It's more trying to give advice at this time. Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. Yeah. So I do feel like you could find that there could be this could be you, again, practicing self-love, but you might find that there might be someone that you know, whether it be friends or family or a loved one of any kind, that can really offer you the nurture and the love and the support that you need. I think, again, with the Aquarian energy, you could be purposely going into this real analytical, logical state, but it's more or less so that you don't have to deal with your emotions. I do actually feel like you need to, the best advice here is to be able to acknowledge what you're feeling instead of being defensive, instead of like closing off, is to acknowledge what you're feeling, and also know that there is a promise that if you work towards what you want, that there is, you can attain a wish fulfillment. And with the Queen of Water here, I do feel like there is, if you know of someone already that fits this description of being tender-hearted and empathetic and patient and loving, reach out to that person, because that person will be able to offer you the love and support that you need. If you don't, I feel like there is someone coming in that'll be able to give that to you as well. I mean, I do encourage that you can give that to yourself, but we are humans and we are about connecting with other people. So if you know someone like that, don't be afraid to reach out. They will give you an abundance of love. Could be a mother figure, or just anyone. Feminine. Queens aren't, kings and queens in the tarot are not gender specific. Could be a male, but I do feel like this is more of an effeminate energy, even if it is a male. All right, so we might pull from, I'll go back to Light Seers as a final outcome, and then I'll pull a Monology card, and then I think I might wrap it up from there, guys. My condolences if you are resonating with this reading and you do, and you are going through this difficult process. My condolences to you, and I personally send you a lot of love and healing, sincerely. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and the Hierophant. Okay, so that's really beautiful. I like this particular Hierophant because, as you can see, the man, he's like really, really happy, and there's a stairway that's leading into the heavens. So I do feel like with that, I feel like as the final outcome, you may actually find that seeking out like religious or spiritual modalities of any kind, or New Age, holistic modalities, whatever resonates for you personally, might also assist you at the time. You could even just seek out a teacher of sorts, someone who will be able to assist you in this time. I do say someone who is empathetic and someone who has acquired a certain amount of knowledge as well, that can kind of teach you some things to help you move forward. And yeah, you might actually find this will be beneficial for you as well. Yeah. So the signs that I'm seeing a lot of air. So again, that could be Aquarius. I am seeing Cancer with the Queen of Water and the with the crab here. Temperance. So we could be dealing with Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Leo. So yeah. And final card, Monology. Okay, what's really going to help at this time? What's the best advice? What's the best takeaway? Oh, I'm going to take it. We've got two. Emotions are running high. Yes. And that's the supermoon. And a new start is coming. Great. Yeah. So I like that. That's the new moon. So when you pull the new moon card on a new moon, that's to say that this card is especially, this new moon is especially quite powerful. So I do feel like that. Definitely, I feel like that really does wrap up the reading quite well. So yeah. I might even just quickly read out the description on these ones as well. Why not? Emotions are running high. What's yeah. So that one is the supermoon. Oh, here we go. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is right large, like a silvery moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up, but you may find there's a lot of emotions to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. To attune to the moon, success is close, adjust or must trust. And additional meanings, a resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. And speak to the goddess, ask for her assistance. Yeah, nice. The moon is known as the queen of emotions, and if you draw the super moon card, regardless of when you do this, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged. So I think that the reading definitely clarifies that. And then a new start is coming. I don't feel called to read out that one just because I think it's quite a direct message. So again, it's just promising that we acknowledge what we are going through right now and we work towards what we want, that we can move into a more positive mindset, direction, place, experience, relationship. So I do feel like, again, just maybe as well, if this is a love relationship too with the Hierophant here, I do feel like if you're ever wondering if you'll meet someone who, if you're grieving over a past relationship and you're wanting to wonder if you might meet someone new who's going to be a little bit more suited to you and make you happy, I will say yes, because you do have the Ace of Water, which is usually an offer of new love. Again, with the Queen of Water, male or female, it's irrelevant. This person will be really very nurturing and caring and intuitive. And with the Hierophant here, I think this could be a very spiritually divine and spiritually connected relationship that you have. And the Hierophant can be also indicative of marriage as well. So this could be someone that you marry, or you feel like you've married, or have a higher level of commitment type of relationship with. So yeah. All right, guys, this one was a bit of a longer reading, but that's okay. I hope this resonated for you guys. Let me know. I will be coming back again for the next full moon. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys again.